Some people may be wondering why I teach the way that I teach. Why do I spend so much time decoding reality and looking at the script of the matrix and finding patterns within certain events? If all the world is a stage and you can decode and find the patterns to within the script that is reality, and it shows that there is actually a script that is running, which is what I do on this channel by showing everyone the pattern, using my gifts, having Christ consciousness, and using my very high pattern recognition abilities to show you that there is a pattern, to show you that everything is connected. The reason why I do this is so that people will awaken to the true nature of what is actually happening. We are not talking about the surface level of things. What we're talking about is the orchestration of fear and the fact that fear is manufactured. We're talking about the movement and the projection of energy and how that is conjured to move in a certain direction to keep you within the frequency of fear. That is to keep you from your highest self. That is to keep you from discovering your highest self, to keep you busy and focused on things that do not matter. So when I'm decoding here, it is to give you hope and understanding that yes, we are running on a script. Yes, a lot of this stuff is an orchestration. Once you understand that it's an orchestration, then you should be moving accordingly and moving out of the frequency of fear, which is always what it is seeking to do, is to keep you in fear. Everything you see in mass media, everything that you see happening on a regular basis in this current day and age is nothing but a script intended to keep you within the frequency of fear, period. Why would you need to be kept in the frequency of fear? For control. There's no other reason. If I can keep you in fear of losing your job, of being homeless, of being hungry or starving, if I can keep you in fear, then I can keep you in check. I can keep you in control. It's all a mechanism of control. And ultimately, there's a very, very intricate story going on here from the top to the bottom about certain individuals who can show you stuff like I'm showing you on this channel to pull you out of fear so you understand that it's a script. That is the reason, okay? And I have been kept on the back burner for a long time with them using fear mechanisms to keep me from even doing what I'm doing right now. That is the point, okay? And to follow the thread so you can unravel the frequency of fear that is keeping everyone trapped. The reason why I do psychic decoding is because 1, I was led to do this. 2, I have very high pattern recognition abilities because I have Christ consciousness. 3 is to show you that everything is an orchestration or a script or a world stage play, okay? And if you can see a pattern, there is a high probability that there are no coincidences, okay? There's no coincidence that these things keep having recurring information in them, and there's a clear thread numerically and vocally that ties everything together. So that is why I decode, and also to deconstruct all of this orchestration of the world stage. I am literally closing the curtain. I'm doing the curtain call one by one to show you that all the world is a stage. Since I have awakened, I have discovered that there are far too many coincidences for it to be a possibility of any of this being real, okay? So if you can understand that and you look at everything that comes across your table on a regular basis, then you can understand why this is done and why it would be a necessity for someone like me to come along and say, hey, take a look at all of this. It's all connected. There are deeper meanings here, and you need to pay closer attention to what's actually going on and govern yourselves accordingly. Not to live in the frequency of fear, not to walk around thinking that everything in this orchestrated environment and we are helpless to what is happening. No, the average person is not doing any of these things that you see orchestrated in the media. We're not just out here doing all this wild and reckless stuff, okay? That is a perpetration, okay? It's not real.